What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here to talk about the brand new Limit Break expansions that are going to be arriving to One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, and these expansions will be arriving starting June 6th, which I believe should be today as of this video going live, which is dope, so you guys can go over and start expanding some of these characters that you may like to go ahead and do. So in this video today, we're going to break them down, break down their new abilities, and decide whether or not they're worth Limit Break expanding, okay, so let's just jump into it. There aren't actually too many to go through in this video, but thank you to Godot from the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit Discord for gathering the ID numbers, which makes it much easier to locate these characters. So the first character that we're going to go through is going to be this guy right here, V2 Mihawk. Now this guy should actually be receiving his 6+, probably within this upcoming month for Global, so that's really, really cool. So let's have a look at what his expanded abilities will be, okay? So his stats obviously are going to be improved by a significant margin. Let's have a look though at his captain ability, because that does get upgraded. So it says if there are only slashes in your crew, so it has to be I'm not really too sure if this is exactly what it's supposed to be, because like I believe it's like if there's 6 slashes in your crew, like it means that like you can actually run like, you know, 5 slashes and then a blank unit. I'm not too sure if you can actually do that. Either way, it doesn't really make a big difference. If there's only slashes in your crew, boost the chain multiplier by 4x, boost slasher character's attack by 1.75, and then boost the chances of getting dex and int slots and reduce damage taken by 10%. Now, unfortunately, this is a pretty terrible buffed captain effect with an expansion, because the only thing he receives with his expansion is the 10% damage reduction. That's it. You're using all of those materials just for this. So honestly, just because of that, I would say probably not, but let's have a look and see what else he gets. He does get -1 cooldown. Now his special is like not terrible, but it's not great either, I'll admit. So -1 cooldown is not amazing. And of course, he just gets the stat. So, like, honestly, no, I don't think this is worth it. This is a pretty terrible choice for a Limit Break expansion, especially because, like, his 6+ isn't, like, that big of an upgrade either, in my opinion. If you're going to be running a slasher team, you're going to be using so many other characters compared to this guy. So, no, this is a definite no. I wouldn't suggest it. But, hey, if you're a huge fan of V2 Mihawk, then go for it, man. But that's completely up to you. Let's move on to the next character, which is going to be Cavendish. This is obviously the 6+ Cavendish, so let's go ahead and have a look and see what he gets. No buffed captain effect. Oh, okay, so the expansion's not actually listed here. That is a bit of a downside. Okay, we'll have to go ahead and locate that. Okay, so I was able to locate the Legend Cavendish information with his expansion, and this is exactly what he gets. He gets -1 cooldown, so he goes down to a 10-turn cooldown, and his captain ability becomes a Strength Dex Quick 3.5 times attack, boosts own attack by 4.5, and makes Dex and Quick beneficial to all characters. So currently, it's just Strength Dex Quick 3x, own attack 4x. So yeah, it's actually a pretty good upgrade, but honestly speaking, if you're looking for a good Strength Dex Quick captain to use, this is not the one to use. I know that Legend Lucy, I'm not too sure if we have his expansion yet on Global, but I know that when he does get his expansion, his captain effect is probably the best Strength Dex Quick captain combination you could probably ask for. So if you're looking for a Strength Dex Quick captain, definitely do not choose this guy. The minus cooldown is fine, but like 11 turns is still super solid already for what it does. Like it doesn't, like it's just unfortunate that expansions don't buff specials, because that's the big downside to it. Because his special is like not amazing. At least he has a good support unit, like a good support special, so that's fine. But honestly speaking, no, you should probably stay clear of expanding Cavendish. But hey, if you're a big fan of Cavendish, you can definitely go for it. Now the next guy is going to be Luchi. So this is V2 Luchi we're talking about. Now his 6-star and his 6-star plus actually have different abilities in terms of 1 boost powerhouse, 1 boost shooters instead. So does this have both? It does. Beautiful. Okay, so the buffed captain ability of the original 6-star Luchi becomes -1 cooldown at the start of the fight, powerhouse get 2.75 attack, 1.2 health, and reduces recovery of powerhouse by 50%, boosts the attack of powerhouse by it just increases the attack power of each character after you hit each perfect in a row. So the last character to attack gets a 4.429 attack. So like, I remember when this guy first came out, this guy was an absolute monster. He was probably, when he first came out, he was probably the best legend in the game, like rivaling alongside Neko Mamashi at the time. But looking at it now, no, this is a pretty bad captain effect. If you're running a powerhouse team, there's plenty of other characters you would probably use over this guy. He goes down to a 13-turn cooldown, and his special ability is pretty bad in 2021 anyway. and obviously he gets like additional stats and stuff, but it's nothing too crazy. So like honestly, no, like this is just a waste of materials to use on this guy. But let's have a look at his counterpart, which is the Shooter variation. This guy also isn't really that great these days, but Shooter do get a little bit of support moving into the future, so it'll be interesting to see how people use this guy. But again, you know, -2 cooldown at the start of the fight, that's actually pretty nice. 3.5 attack to shooters, and then once again, every time you hit a perfect, it increases the attack multiplier, so he goes up to 4.467 after 5 perfects. Again, like it's okay, it's nothing amazing. The -2 cooldown is actually nice, but again, he only boosts the attack of shooters, and you get no recovery for your shooter characters as well. So I just can't wait until we get a new Luchi legend, dude. I've been saying for the longest time, let's see a super type CP0 Luchi legend. I want it, and I'll go bankrupt for a unit like that, dude. I want it so bad. It goes down to a 10-turn cooldown, which is fine. But of course, this unit is mainly used because of his support to shooter characters, 1.5 color affinity. That's pretty awesome, dude. So unfortunately, like that's all the legends we have this month for expansions. So the legends are very disappointing this month, and I probably wouldn't advise expanding either of these characters that you guys have just seen in this video. Probably worthwhile to save it for other characters you may have in your character box, or for upcoming characters moving forward. So let's move on to the rare recruits of this batch. So the first one is going to be Koala, Valentine Koala, who doesn't really see much play these days. Goes down to a 7-turn cooldown, bind despair by 3, own orb to recovery. If you captain Cerebral, you get a chain boost, bottom row into matching. Like, it's a very odd special ability, and the main reason why she even gets used is because of her really good support effect. But what is her third ability that she gets? She gets reduced ship bind duration, which is like the worst of the 3 newer leveled expanded abilities. This is pretty bad, honestly. So I'm not really that excited for this expansion because she's only really used as a support these days, so you could definitely steer clear of this one. The next one though is a pretty interesting one in Valentine Nami. This unit does still see some play and also has a very good support effect. So she goes down to a 10-turn cooldown is pretty insane for what she does. Health cut, so you can attach other supports to her, which is good. Own orb to recovery, boost attack is cerebral, and then if you hit 5 perfects, you get another cerebral boost in the following turn. So 5 perfects is really difficult, but still it's a nice special either way, right? She gets, oh wow, she gets hunger as well. That is pretty good, and she has an amazing support effect. This is probably worth doing. I would advise expanding this rare recruit, but there's plenty of other rare recruits that you would probably expand over this character. Like, there's a lot of other rare recruits you would probably do over this unit, because in most cases she's mainly only used as a support, but she's not a free-to-play unit, should I say, but she is a more easily accessible unit that has access to hunger, so that's awesome, right? If you get multiple dupes of this unit, it's probably worth expanding to try and get more level ups of hunger, because hunger is really useful to have, because you just never know when you're going to need it, right? So that's kind of useful. And there's only one other character that we need to have a look at in this video today, and that character is going to be the Valentine Carrot. So Carrot is going to go ahead and go down to a 7-turn cooldown. That's pretty nice for her special. Like, it's not an amazing special, but it's okay. And she does get ship bind reduction. Oh my god, that's such a downer. I really hate this limit break ability just because of how little this debuff is even in the game. I just feel like it's like a wasted ability, honestly. Like, it's just not that useful at all. But her support is actually still pretty good as well. This Valentine batch is actually super solid, honestly. Like, it's aged quite well. So, you know, this unit's there. You don't have to do it. I'm personally not going to be expanding this unit. I'll probably expand the Valentine Nami because getting access to hunger and multiple units is pretty useful. But, I mean, outside of that, no, I don't think this character is overly worth it either. It's kind of a shame, really, because, you know, limit break expanding is one of those things that you are not going to be doing too often. And whenever they bring out a new batch and they really don't buff the characters as well as they kind of should have, is a little bit disappointing. But that is the rundown of the brand new limit break expansions coming to global this month. So if you have if you have the materials to spend and you want to use these characters, you can definitely do that. As I said, Mihawk should be receiving his 6+ sometime this month on global, so if not, definitely next month. So look out for that, and I might make a video or two with him when he comes out, so we'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much for watching the video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.